Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Prodigy Racing Network, home of the Budweiser All-Star Series. Time for race number 14 of the second season of the series. The Prodigy Racing Network original, one of three series that are currently in the works. We have the Bud Light series coming up after this season comes to an end, and the Prodigy Super Truck series will be also coming after the season. Although that, keep in mind, that is a separate universe from the Budweiser All-Star Series. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Beautiful New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the home track of one of our viewers, at least. And this track out in the middle of absolutely freaking nowhere. Just a little bit south of the capital city of Concord, New Hampshire, sits New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Last season, this place put on a show. As the most memorable moment coming out of it was Darren Claw getting wrecked by a lap car, it was Darren Claw getting wrecked by Drew Foster, both of which in today's race, and that was, I don't know, I've never seen that on the last lap before in this game, but let's take a look at your starting lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Sorry for the low energy today, I'm a little bit tired, but let's take a look at your starting lineup presented by Xfinity, the drivers that are faster than Xfinity 10G. Darren Claw will be starting on pole. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure. Nope. Okay. Well, for the first time this season, Garrett Rains will be starting on pole today. He'll be starting next to Darren Claw. This has just been an incredible day for the car racing Fords, as the 60 of Sheldon Gatineau will be starting on third spot today with Tracy Bennett alongside him. You got Ryan Hill, your current points leader, starting alongside Miranda Guy, and still looking for her first win of the season. She's come so close, yet has come up short every single time. Brian Cox, we start next to Alex McCumber. All the MPH Motorsports drivers starting within the top 8 today. Daniel Van Gilly, we start next to Nicholas Offelman. After that, you have Richmond Day 1 winner Drew Foster alongside Paul Rivera, who, oddly enough, no, he didn't win Day 2. Never mind. Tavon Taylor, another Joe Gibbs Racing entry, starting alongside his teammate Kyle Diaz, hoping to turn it around after an abysmal season thus far. Byron Martin starting alongside his teammate Julian Boone, coming off of a win in in Richmond in Day 2 of the Stock Car Festival. After that, you have Josiah Smith, who also has a win this season. He starts next to Daytona winner Kevin Wedge. Pascal Daly, the Australian's not had much luck this season. He starts next to Carter Brown. After that, you have Pasang Chetri from Bhutan alongside the Mexican Jesus Gonzalez, sporting a brand new Coca-Cola Chevrolet paint scheme. After that, you have Ryan Apt alongside Chase Sawyer. Jordan McClure will be starting alongside Matt Holland. After that, you have Jake Wild and Morgan Starr. And finally, rounding out the field will be Tyler Bates in the 96. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, a pretty tough track. This place is flat as flat can get. It is a paperclip, basically a larger version of Martinsville in every single way. And it will provide a challenge for these drivers. Time to go racing here in New Hampshire for the Progressive 200. Oh, shoot. Take a look at your point situation heading into this race. Once again, the points are pretty lopsided. However, with the performance that Ryan Hill had, and with the recent win at Talladega with Paul Rivera, the points are a little bit closer. Paul Rivera has kind of gotten a little closer in the point standings, with a 105-point differential between Ryan Hill and Paul Rivera. The battle for third place is starting to shape up as well, as Tavon Taylor and Alex McCumber only share about a 21-point differential between the two. Right now, it's a tie between 5th and 6th between Tracy Bennett and Miranda Nagayan. Nagayan getting the best of Bennett in Talladega. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how the points below the 5th place spot shape up here in New Hampshire as they come off of turn number 4 and on a very overcast day. Green flag in the air from New Hampshire. Garrett Rains His first ever pole of his career. You can see the rookie stripes on the back of his car. This has got to be incredible to get his first Budweiser pole award. And he is pulling away as Darren Kloss hits it behind him. Trouble! Back straightaway. Brian Cox was around. Hard hit into the wall. A little bit of front end damage for Alex McCumber. And we haven't even gone green for half of the track length, and we have already gotten ourselves a yellow. Oh, and Jesus Gonzalez and Chase Sawyer not happy with each other there. Horrendous crash there for Brian Cox, and he might be done for the day. Let's see what happened between the Menards entry and another Paul Menard racing car going up in smoke. Man, he was battling for, I believe it was 5th right there. Oh, Ryan Hill just being aggressive like he normally is. He pushes him right into the wall. Typical Joe Gibbs racing driver. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that from a different camera angle. Okay, that was not a very good angle, I will admit. Okay, this is a good angle. So you can see right there, Ryan Hill. Oh, he kind of doors the 33. Kind of takes him down to the bottom of the racetrack. Also takes out Alex McCumber. And sends everybody scrambling on the back straightaway. However, there's only one way to confirm whether or not that was the fault of Ryan Hill, and that is to go on board with the man himself. Let's go on board with the 20. Denny Hamlin, we need your help here to get the data leaked here, because I think that might have been on purpose from the 20. He might have just gotten a little bit upset with that 33 car. How many times has Brian Cox got taken out by an angry driver in his career? Or how many times has he been the victim of unfortunate accidents? Everybody just stacks up at some... Oh, almost took out Matt Holland there, but he is okay for the most part. So Brian Cox, Alex McCumber, and Ryan Hill are the cars involved. They'll bring out our first caution of the afternoon here in New Hampshire. Garrett Rains remains your leader. We'll be going green with 71 laps to go here in New Hampshire. Just pray to God that they can keep themselves together for more than one lap this time. Now I test these. I test I test how the tracks will run with a certain difficulty every single time before we do these races, and these guys didn't kill each other on lap 1 with this setup, but I guess it must be different. Take a look at that. 2 of the car racing Fords up in the front. Sheldon Gatno in the top 3. Maybe he'll get a win under caution, like he did in Chicagoland last year. Garrett Rains, Darren Kloss, Sheldon Gatno, Tracy Bennett, and Daniel Van Heulie leading us to the green. Green flag of the air here in New Hampshire. Single file here. They can't possibly kill each other here. Oh, but they're sure as heck going to try. Here comes Daniel Van Heulie on the bottom. Now this is what I'm worried about. They're trying to go 3 wide coming off of turn 2. Ryan Hill is pretty slow, but he is being held up by Chase Sawyer, to be fair. Alex McCumber has gotten the hood taken off his car. He might not be very competitive today either. Garrett Rains leading under green. Oh, we got trouble. Matt Holland is around in the back. 1 car accident, and we stay green. Matt Holland with a hard hit to the inside wall. 3 wide as they go through turn 2. Chase Sawyer might get hooked here by Jake Wild if he's not careful. This is New Hampshire at its finest here. And this is such a challenging racetrack because of how flat it is. And these guys have got to really start keep that in mind here. You can't really treat this like you can with other tracks of the same mileage. New Hampshire putting on an incredible show thus far. We are already through the first 7 laps of the race, about to be through the first 8. Darren Claw still looking for the lead. He got wrecked out in the final lap of the race last season. I think Darren Claw was leading. He got taken out by lap car Drew Foster. And that ultimately gave Ryan App the win. Speaking of which, where is he? He is up here. Your defending New Hampshire winner is currently up into 17th place in behind Kevin Wedge, currently battling the number 1 car of Jordan McClure. Byron Martin currently the best of the tipped racing Fords. He's usually the worst in the pack next to Jordan. Actually, no, Jordan McClure is usually the worst. We do have one in the pit road. We also have a battle for first here. 3-way battle for first. Teammates Sheldon Gatno and Garrett Rains. Darren Claw also trying to make his way up to the front. Matt Holland undoubtedly getting some service there. He took a pretty hard lick in the wall. Alex McCumber basically rendered useless right now with that hood off the car. He got some crippling damage in that last caution. Garrett Rains still holding on tight to the lead here. Coming up tomorrow, the Budweiser All-Star Series goes to Kentucky for the Bluegrass 200. Catch that exclusively on Prodigy Racing Network. It's single file here throughout the course of the field. People trying to get an advantage on that front straightaway. Kyle Diaz shoving his way to the bottom here as he's going to move Pascal Daly up the racetrack. Kyle Diaz has not had the best of seasons, but right now he is currently holding tough. He's in the top 15, but let's see if he can hold on to it. For the first time this season, he might be able to actually get a consistent run. Darren Claw still holding tough on the bottom here. Unfortunately, the thing about New Hampshire is that this place is a one-groove racetrack. Really, there's not much you can do to get yourself much in a position here. You can't really run as many lanes as you want. You kind of have to stick to that bottom lane. Unfortunately, it's why a lot of people kind of criticize New Hampshire, because it's just kind of one of those tracks where it's kind of like a North Wilkesboro. You know, you can only stick to one part of the racetrack. Speaking of North Wilkesboro, we might actually have a little bit of a championship battle here if Ryan Hill continues this bad luck streak here. He's currently in amongst the rejects here. Matt Holland has gone a lap down from his service on pit road. I'm surprised it's not more. Right now, Ryan Hill, for the first time this season, is outside the top 20. He might be finishing outside the top 20 for only the second or third time of his career. He had a couple of pretty bad finishes in his season 1 campaign. Remember, he won the championship by a large margin that season. Still green here. The only caution of the day came out on lap number 1. It was a wreck between Alex McCumber, Ryan Hill, and Brian Cox. All three still in the race, but none of them have been competitive today. Ryan Hill looking to the bottom of Chase Sawyer. Brian Cox right there behind him. Oh, nice move there by Ryan Hill to move in front of Chase Sawyer, but he's had to deal with two of these piss yellow Menards cars today. Kevin Wedge dealing with the 39 of Pascal Daly, who actually is wearing the title sponsor of today's race, the Progressive Ford. Has not been progressing through the field very much here. Oh, Kyle Diaz battling with Paul Rivera. Teammate versus teammate here. The two Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas going right at it. I thought Kyle Diaz was going to dump his teammate there. Paul Rivera stuck in behind Pasong Chetri. This is your current leader of the vice champion race here. Garrett Rains has led all 17 laps today. He's looking to lead more. Matt Holland, though, kind of throwing a wrench in those plans here as he's holding up the leaders. Darren Claw Oh, he might have a move here to the inside. Garrett Rains goes to block, and the 7's forced to let off in the corner. Here comes Sheldon Gatineau. Tracy Bennett's been holding on to that position, but he's about to lose it to Daniel Van Hewley, looking for his highest finish of the season. Tavon Taylor slides in. Josiah Smith trying to hunt down the two of Byron Martin, who, keep in mind, is trying to keep his seat here. He's had two pretty bad seasons. Just a friendly reminder, we do not have IFAR racing tonight, as remember the IFAR Premier League is now in their off season. The MCORL is had an off week today, or they had an off week this week because of some kind of 24-hour Le Mans thing going on. So we did not have MCORL today. We do not have IFAR today. We did change the date on that MCORL stream to next week. So hopefully we'll have an MCORL race next week. But as for now, enjoy the Budweiser All-Star Series Makeup Marathon here, as we have a race tomorrow at Kentucky and a race on Monday, which is usually our normal race day anyway. And as we enter the final stretch of the season here, can't believe we've already been through almost 2 seasons of competition. Other than, again, we did start in May of 2022 with Season 1. So I guess our pacing isn't the greatest, but more lap cars coming up for Garrett Rains to worry about. Sheldon Gatineau moves the 7 up the racetrack. Now he's trying to get bumper to bumper with his teammate. Got a couple of Chevrolet partners back here as Nicholas Uffelman and Tracy Bennett battle here. Miranda Nagayan's caught up in that one too. Daniel Van Hewley and Drew Foster giving her a bit of issues here. Garrett Rains has led all 22 laps here. Let's take a look at your Xfinity fastest lap. That goes to Tracy Bennett with a 29.721. Let's see if Sheldon Gatineau or Darren Claw can get that away from him. Garrett Rains looking for all 20 bonus points that he can get here. He started on pole. He's looking to lead the most laps, but he does not have the fastest lap. So he's a couple bits away from those points still. Oh, yellow is out here. We got smoke on the front straightaway. And so the caution is out here in New Hampshire. I think it might have had something to do with Josiah Smith, just judging how he is back there at the moment. Oh, it's a lap car. Oh, Miranda Nagayan had enough of the lap car and ended up taking out Morgan Starr. A 3-car accident. Looks like Miranda Nagayan. Let's just take a look here. Oh, yeah. Yep, she was sick of it. She was sick of dealing with Morgan Starr, so she moved him out of the way. And accidentally takes out Josiah Smith in the process. I'm pretty sure he's not very happy about that whatsoever. And Morgan Starr is still standing, so mission failed. Racing back to the yellow, Sheldon Gatineau will actually move in the second here. And he will be behind his teammate in the 69. You know, Garrett Rains, FabTech is leaving the team at the end of the season, so this is his chance here to prove that he's trying to get some sponsors here. He's trying to show sponsors, hey, look at me. Your car's going to be in the. If you sponsor me, you're going to get a lot of exposure. Your car is going to be in the front every single week. So with that, we are this is an offline series, so we can Sheldon Gatineau in second here. Garrett Rains first, Sheldon Gatineau second. Darren Claw third, Nicholas Huffman fourth, and Daniel Van Heulen fifth. Now, will this restart cause another yellow? You know what they say during NASCAR on Fox, cautions breed cautions. And here they are. Flagman waves it. Green flag back in the air here in New Hampshire. Lap 38, or sorry, lap 39 is going to be your halfway mark. Looks like the lap cars are staying out of the way for the most part. As long as you're not Tracy Bennett. 3 wide as they enter turn number 3 here. The lap cars causing some massive problems here. It is a log jam as they enter the front straightaway. Hopefully we won't see anybody get wrecked into the inside barrier here, but Tracy Bennett having a lot of issues getting past the 96 of Tyler Bates. Garrett Rains, despite the restart, continues to lead here in New Hampshire. A beautiful performance for that number 69, no matter what happens today. And these are 30 laps that you cannot take away from that number 69 car. He will remember this race for the rest of his career. You know, come to think of it, we've had a lot of first-time winners this season. Chief among them being Drew Foster and Nicholas Uffelman. Also had Alex McCumber win a race. You had Julian Boone, Tavon Taylor, despite his performance, has not won a single race yet this year. Yellow flag is out again here in New Hampshire. And it is a log jam on the back straightaway. Carter Brown, Paul Rivera, your current runner-up. Jesus Gonzalez, Ryan Hill once again caught up in an accident. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the third caution of the day. Oh, it might actually not have been them at all. Wow. Actually, yeah, it might not have been them at all. Oh, it was another front stretch crash. You knew that was going to happen. And it's another one involving lap cars. Yeah, no, they need to park that 12 at this point. Budweiser All-Star Series officials need to park that 12 because he's just caused a lot of issues today. This is the second crash that 12 car has caused. And it's Jordan McClure getting the worst of it there. He's the one that actually took the 12 out. He didn't even mean, unlike Moran and the guy, and it didn't even look intentional. I'm not going to even bother going with the onboard because, to be honest, I want to end this race as soon as humanly possible. Well, the rejects tearing up cars here. Perfectly good cars. Meanwhile, the leaders have been staying out of trouble. Well, the pace car is heading in this time. Garrett Rains, Sheldon Gatno, Darren Claw, Nicholas Uffelman, and Daniel Van Heulen are still going to be your top 5 heading into the restart. Drew Foster, Tavon Taylor, Tracy Bennett, Byron Martin, and Moran Nagayan rounding out the top 10 here. Here they are coming to the green. Green flag back to the air as they exit the Geico restart zone. Garrett Rains with an incredible restart as he runs away with it. The lap cars on the bottom, door to door, Sheldon Gatno and Matt Holland. Sheldon Gatno looking for, I believe this would be his first top 3 of the season. Same goes as Garrett Rains. Darren Claw with a less than stellar season after being vice champion last season is not in a good way in season 2. Looking for his first top 3 in quite a bit. Trouble! Front straightaway, Kyle Diaz, Julian Boone, Ryan Hill. And the one car that has stayed out of trouble in terms of the rejects today, Jake Wild, caught up in that one too. And the 4th caution of the day is out here in New Hampshire. We still have a race back though. Garrett Rains and Sheldon Gatno. Well, what do you expect from New Hampshire? Ran Nagayan dealing with her second lap car today. She's kind of getting a little sick of seeing those lap cars. And caution is out for the 4th time today, and Ryan Hill is, yep, his day is pretty much done. Paul Rivera is the first retirement of today's race, your runner-up. So the standings might not change that much in terms of the top 2. Ryan Hill is not doing well, and Paul Rivera is out of the race. Ryan Hill involved in his 3rd accident today. And it's just not been a good day for your current points leader. And poor old Jake Wild. He actually kept his nose clean today, but unfortunately that front end looks beyond repair. That Ramirez Motorsports Camry. He just got caught up. That wasn't even his fault. Oh, man. Julian Boone just completely took out Kyle Diaz. Whether that was intentional or not remains to be seen. Just hooks him. I mean, he just freaking hooks him. There's no doubt about that. We want to take a look at this in slow-mo here. Wonder if we can get a better... Yep, we can get a better camera angle. Awesome. Just looks like from that angle, it just looks like he took him out. Now, maybe the 11... I think maybe the 11 was trying to avoid that 88 on the top side here, but... Oh, man, a hard hit for that 11. Oh, thank God for that interior safer barrier. Julian Boone washes back up the racetrack, and an innocent Ryan Hill. Ugh. Goodness Lord. And the 4 takes a bit of a hard... It's kind of like the motorcycles. When you bounce into that wall, and then you bounce into a car on your left side, it kind of carries that energy. Ryan Hill. And here's the... Oh, man. Oh, Jordan McClure. We forgot about him. He was involved in this. Carter Brown once again involved. He was having a pretty good car up until that second caution came out. Ryan Hill goes for a heck of a ride. Jake Wild is one of the lap cars that have been able to keep himself out of trouble up until this very wreck. And unfortunately, that is a concrete wall. And going right into that wall just... Oh, man, that looked like that hurt. Okay, so I do have the game paused, so we can get an onboard view. Let's get a couple of onboards here. I want to go on board with Jake Wild. Certainly Jake Wild. But let's actually go on board with Julian Boone first. Just, I feel like he did that on purpose. Well, New Hampshire sure as heck promised to be a good show. I mean, we had a good race last season, and this is no different. Let's go on board with Jake Wild. Okay, I was kind of being lenient on Jake Wild, but it didn't even look like he tried to brake in that moment, so... Well, I'll tell you one thing, that car is toast. We got a lot of torn up cars here today. And we got pit stops. Garrett Rains, Darren Claw, and Nicholas Uffelman coming in. We got a lot of takers here. The only guys staying out so far looks like it's going to be the guys that have been in the back all day, or some of the guys... Actually, never mind. Sheldon Gatno and Daniel Van Hewley have actually been toward the front today. All of the car racing cars have been toward the front today. I didn't even think about that. All 3 George Carr-owned Ford Mustangs have been in the top 5 today. This is the best this team has done all season. I mean, you can argue the Tulsa Dirt Classic was a pretty good run for them too, but... I think Garrett Rains is a bit of an untapped talent, too. We've seen what he's done so far this season. Sheldon Gatno, your leader. Let's take a look at your fastest lap. Drew Foster has actually taken the fastest lap. It was Tracy Bennett. Now it is Drew Foster. That is one of the car racing Fords. 29.633. Drew Foster looking to get some extra bonus points here today. Tyler Bates and Morgan Starr coming into pit road now. And the pace car is not coming in this time, so we'll be restarting on lap number 42. The halfway bonus does go to 1 second. Was Sheldon Gatineau in the lead at the time of lap 38? Or this is actually lap 39. So Sheldon Gatineau actually will get your bonus points for leading at halfway. Jake Wild is out of the race. We saw that one coming. His teammate Matt Holland is still in this race. Speaking of Matt Holland, there he is up front. Hopefully he doesn't cause trouble. Here they are coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air at New Hampshire. Sheldon Gatineau out in the lead. His teammate all the way in the back there. And Gatineau is completely running away with it. He won at Chicagoland under caution. Let's see if he can win under green. Provided these guys don't wreck each other once again. Watching that back pack here as they don't kill each other this time, so that's good. Garrett Rains on the bottom trying to get past his teammate Drew Foster. Oh, trouble! The 27th sideways. He'll come back up the racetrack. He saves it. Chase Sawyer with an incredible save. 47, Orion Apt, the defending champion here in New Hampshire. Got some right side damage. Wonder what happened to him earlier in the race. Seems like everybody's made it through these first couple laps just okay. We got a battle for the lead. Daniel Van Hewley on the bottom here. He's going to take the lead away from Sheldon Gatineau. Tavon Taylor and Miranda Nagayan now looking for that third place spot. Tavon Taylor on the bottom. He has not won a race this season, but he's been the best performing Joe Gibbs car. Second best performing Joe Gibbs car. No, third. I'm sorry. Second best Joe Gibbs car that isn't Ryan Hill. Here comes Daniel Van Hewley in his Purina Ford. They must have filled the gas tank with whatever nutrients are in Purina dog chow, because look at that 61 car battling for the win here in New Hampshire as we come to 31 laps to go. It's 2x2 here in the top 4. And even as far up as the top 5 it was, Pascal Daly for the first time this season looking for a top 5. This is the best that the Aussie has done all season. Miranda Nagayan, this is pack racing here in New Hampshire. When they cross the line, it'll be 30 laps to go here in New England. This isn't even the first time we'll be in New Hampshire. We're actually heading to White Mountain Speedway later this year. Miranda Nagayan kind of gets the crowd calmed down here as she gets into second. But look at Darren Claw moving in now as he's looking on the bottom, trying to get near his teammate. Tavon Taylor side by side with Nicholas Uppelman. He led earlier in the season in the point standings. I'm still keeping my eye on that back row here. Ryan Hill has not had the best of days. Look at this. Look at that number 20 car, all beat up here. Garrett Rains has moved back into the top 10. He's trying to get past Pasong Chetri, who's currently sitting in 9th. Nicholas Elfman's got a problem. He's losing positions here on the bottom. Miranda Nagayan We know how good she is at mile and a half. She doesn't have a win yet this season, but she has come so close. They've been on they've been on mile-long tracks. We know what she's been able to do. She's got 2 poles this season. She's come so close, and places like Milwaukee, and she almost got herself a win a couple of races ago. But here comes Darren Claw to the bottom. This is a very competitive final stretch here in New Hampshire. Caution is out. This is a race for second. And who's going to get second place? It'll be Darren Claw. A photo finish as they get back to the line. Who brings out the 5th caution of the night? And was it even worth a caution here? We're just going to have to take a look at our pace car to see what happened, but... This is your 5th caution of the day. So what brings out the yellow? And now. Oh, it was Matt Holland. Yep, same old, same old. And it looks like Jesus Gonzalez got sick of him. Yeah, Gonzalez just gets sick of him and just moves him out of the way. That's a 1-car accident, though, so why is that a yellow? Usually a crash like this, I wouldn't bother going on board, but I want to take a look at the onboard view with Jesus Gonzalez. You're on board with Gonzalez. Alright, that to me, it looked like he got locked on to Matt Holland's bumper and just didn't bother to let go. Yeah, it's kind of like a leech. They grab on and just don't let go. Jesus Gonzalez sporting his brand new Coca-Cola Chevrolet. He's got a couple of other paint schemes debuting later this season. But I think that Coca-Cola car looks a lot better than the old one. Don't you agree? Might have some pit stops here. Yes, we do. Sheldon Gatineau coming in. Miranda Nagayan. Garrett Rains might be able to stay out here. Yes, he does. Nicholas Uffleman will take the lead here. So this just got a whole lot more interesting. Garrett Rains is looking to get back into the lead. That 69 car is a lot faster than Nicholas Uffleman. Actually, you know, despite the standings so far, I'm going off a little bit. Chevrolet, Ford's actually tied with Chevy in the wins column this season, so we might see. We're not going to see a Toyota win this race unless Kevin Wedge pulls off some heroics here. Ryan Apps, your winner in New Hampshire last season, currently looking at, he's right now into 5th place. He'll be restarting 5th when they go back under green. Going back under green on lap 54. There'll be 23 laps to go. By the way, if anybody knows how the Xfinity Series race at Portland ended, please let me know. Because I missed that because of some things. I also missed the ending of the truck race, so that sucked. I'll just watch the highlights later. By the way, NASCAR Cup Series at Gateway tomorrow should be interesting. With a Chase Elliott free race. Nicholas Uffleman leading us to the green. Garrett Rains and Daniel Van Heuvel, Tracy Bennett, and Ryan App. Green flag back in the air here in New Hampshire. Garrett Rains sticking to his guns here. He'll move to the top side here with Byron Martin in 3rd. Byron Martin looking for his highest finish of his Budweiser Series career. A top 3 would probably solidify his seat here at Tift Racing. Right now he is on his butt's on fire right now. But he is in the hot seat for that number 2 car. He's been the most underachieving driver at Tift Racing since the team started in Season 1. And all three of his teammates have gotten a win thus far. Julian Boone, Josiah Smith, and Jordan McClure all have wins. He is the only one in that team that doesn't have a win. Tracy Bennett side by side with him now. This is the battle for third place. As they cross the line, 21 to go. It's 3 wide toward the back. We might see a yellow here soon. Of course, every time I say that, they all sort themselves out and we stay green. But it looks like that'll continue to be the case, but they still have that backstretch to survive. Oh, we got one around! Teammates in the wall now! Is that going to warrant a caution? It doesn't really look like it. We stay green after all that. Jordan McClure and Julian Boone take each other out coming through the corner. They're going to continue racing here. No yellow. I'm very surprised. To be fair, they did keep it going, and there goes Brian Cox moving to the bottom now. He's heavily damaged, but he's still got that fighting spirit. He's in 11th right now, despite that first lap incident. We have had 5 cautions today, side by side for third place still. Tracy Bennett is not giving up on that third place spot. Neither is Byron Martin. Ooh, that was a risky move there as Moran Nagayan moves to the bottom to defend against Kyle Diaz. Now, this is the same guy that got into the inside wall, and he is still running in the top 10 here. However, his teammate Tavon Taylor is right there on the bottom. Might take that position away from him. He's already lost 7th place to Darren Claw, the 7 in 7th place here. His teammate Miranda Nagayan battling with Ryan Apt right now. We have, oh man, the 2 of Byron Martin got sent way off course there. Oh, almost became a victim there of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Julian Boone is out at pit road, and man, that car doesn't even look like a car anymore. 3 wide as they enter the backstretch. Tavon Taylor trying to let off a little bit, but he's committed. 3 wide. And they will survive. But it's still 3 wide down the front straightaway. Nicholas Offelman still in the lead. 17 laps to go here in New Hampshire. This has just been an absolutely bonkers race here in the Northeast. Why NASCAR Cup Series races can't be this interesting at New Hampshire, I'll never understand. And the fans here in New England are loving what they are seeing. Brandon Nagayan dipping inside, almost takes out Byron Martin. This is Nagayan once again looking for 4th. She's in the top 5. She's gotten a lot of top 5s this season so far, but she wants another one apparently. Ryan Apt trying to go 2-0 at New Hampshire right now, sitting in 8th, just barely holding on. Kyle Diaz looking like a shark. Oh, by the way, I just realized it's a battle of the restaurant chains here. You got Ryan Apt in the KFC Chevy and Kyle Diaz in the Subway Toyota. So you got Heart Attack versus Somewhat Healthy battling for position here. By the way, KFC's, I don't know, just in my opinion, KFC's chicken is just so greasy. I don't like it. That being said, I don't like fried chicken in general, so. Garrett Rains, he is looking, really trying to take away that position away from Nicholas Offman. Nicholas Offman has 2 wins this season. He won the Rocky Mountain Grand Prix at the Denver Motorsports Park. He's looking for another one here. But Garrett Rains is looking for his first career win. He's gotten it. He showed a flash of brilliance at the Tulsa Dirt Classic. So I would not be surprised if he can claw he's clawed his way back up after that pit stop. I think we do have another pit stop coming up, though. That's the problem. He can't keep battling for the lead like this forever. Especially now that we're coming down 13 laps to go. A number that got me arrested. Whoa, there goes the 69. You know how the AI is coming through this corner. He's got an opportunity. Brandon Nagayan once again dealing with lap traffic back there in the top of your screen. Side by side, he'll back off coming in through the flat turn. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, and they are coming up on lap traffic as well. They've kept it clean for a little bit here. Brandon Nagayan trying to get off the 48 here. But right now, Tracy Bennett holding on to third place. Garrett Rains trying to make this work again. Side by side for first and for third. And they'll back off here coming into the corner. Byron Martin battling with Tavon Taylor. The four, his teammate in the 4 holding up the 18 here. That's a lap car. Either way, a manufacturer that's not a Toyota is going to get a win here if they can just keep themselves in contention. Chevrolet and Ford are battling for second in the position in the manufacturer win list here this season. Chevy and Ford both have 3 wins apiece. Toyota obviously has been dominating the show. Miranda Nagayan is not happy with where she is now. She was not happy being in 5th. She's not happy being in 4th. What's she going to be happy with? She is battling for 3rd right now with Tracy Bennett. Knows a thing or two about finishing 3rd. Oh, and she'll move him up the racetrack, but that's not going to be the end of it here. They still got to race side by side. And Miranda Nagayan will let off a little bit here. Morgan Starr causing issues now for Nicholas Opelman. This might open the way for Garrett Rains to make a move. 2 young guns going at it here in New Hampshire. When they cross the line, it'll be 8 laps to go here in New England. Who's going to hoist the lobster here in New Hampshire? Side by side. Brandon Nagayan and Tracy Bennett. Really hard to pass here in New Hampshire. But she is going to get it done. But she's got her Alliance teammate back there, Tavon Taylor, Joe Gibbs Toyota. Arguably the best young star in this field. And most likely to win the Rookie of the Year award, to be completely honest. Rookie stripes versus experience. Who's going to win that battle? Tavon Taylor will cruise right on past Tracy Bennett as they deal with the 2 Range Racing Chevrolets, the back markers of Tyler Bates and Morgan Starr. And 2 Toyotas in front will get right on past Tracy Bennett really easily here as Brandon Nagayan will move into 3rd place. Tavon Taylor also looking for 3rd place. Oh, trouble! Turn 4! Byron Martin into the wall! Daniel Van Heulie into the wall! Sheldon Gatineau, it looks like Ryan Apt was also caught up in it. And this will bring out our 6th caution today, Kyle Diaz. His motor is cooked. He is out of the race. And a bad way to end your day here. Kyle Diaz has had an incredible day today. Unfortunately, it's all going to go up in smoke, literally. What in goodness name happens there? Of course. Lap cars. Lap cars are no good here in New Hampshire. Kyle Diaz just got completely screwed there. Oh, man. I feel so bad. It looks like, look at that. He's trying to... Oh, man. He didn't... I don't think he even knew the 96 was there. Just completely takes him out. Man. Now, the question is this race going to finish under caution? Because if it does... If this race finishes under yellow, then Nicholas Opelman is going to win his 2nd race of the season. But if this does not end under yellow, then there might be a chance for Garrett Rains to take the lead. And look at that. Kyle Diaz's motor is killed. That 11 car is not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure he's leaking fluids all over the racetrack. Not in a good way. Doesn't look like we really have any takers for pit stops. So we will be restarting with a one-lap shootout. White flag, last chance to win this race. Nicholas Uffelman looking for his second win of the season. Garrett Rains looking for his first career win. Miranda Nagaya looking for her first win of the season. Tavon Taylor looking for his first career win. Tracy Bennett looking for his third win of the season. That is your top 5 right now in this one-lap shootout here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It all is going to come down to this. This is the finish that the fans came and stayed for. This is the finish that every single driver in this field has dreamed of. And New Hampshire Motor Speedway can't provide a good show the NASCAR Cup Series, but it provides a good show here. Green flag back in the air for the final time here in New Hampshire. Garrett Rains staying tough there. He's hanging on the bottom. Pushes the 5 a little bit here as they enter turn number 2. Remember, next flag will end the race here. Nicholas Uffelman holding on strong. He's got to run down the back straightaway. I think he's going to be gone. The 69 of Garrett Rains losing it down the back straightaway. Something is wrong. Nicholas Uffelman coming off of turn number 4. He won the 3rd race of the season. He's going to win again. Coming off of turn 4, Nicholas Uffelman will win a thrilling race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Tavon Taylor second, Miranda Nagaya in third, and a heartbreak for Garrett Rains as he finishes 6th. And let's relive that final restart here. Let's relive that final restart together here. Green flag in the air here. Just look at that. You can see them all jostling for position here. Tavon Taylor ended up finishing 3rd. This is the pass that got it done. Looks like he got a shove there from Tracy Bennett, and that moves him up. And poor old Garrett Rains, he lost speed coming down the back straightaway, and it all went downhill from there. And Tavon Taylor, 2nd. Miranda Nagaya gets by Tracy Bennett. Byron Martin finishes in 5th. His first top 5 of the season. Drew Foster 6th. Ryan App 7th. Ryan Cox, despite the first lap incident, in 10th. Sorry, we got that finishing order a little bit messed up, but we're going to have a chance to look at it now. I should probably use that as promotional material. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought my thing crashed. I'm sorry, I didn't want to save from qualifying anyway. I already did that. Well, let's take a look at your finishing order brought to you by Xfinity. Or sorry, your finishing order brought to you by Budweiser. Nicholas Uffelman finishes in first, his 2nd win of the season, his 2nd career victory. Tavon Taylor is so close to that first win, and he finishes in 2nd. Miranda Nagaya so close as well. She got held up by a lap car on that final restart. She finishes in 3rd. Tracy Bennett and Byron Martin, the surprise top 5 finisher here in this race. Garrett Rains finishes 6th. A heartbreak for him today as he just did not get it done on that final restart. Nicholas Uffelman showing that auto racing is just way too chaotic for its own good. Drew Foster in another amazing day for that 56 car. Darren Claw in 8th place. Ryan App 9th. The past winner at New Hampshire has been dethroned. However, Chevrolet remains undefeated here at New Hampshire in the Budweiser All-Star Series. After that, you have Brian Cox rounding out in the top 10. Had a very bad first lap of the race. However, he wheels it home 10th. Brian Cox just showcasing his talent here behind that wheel. Carter Brown, an amazing finish for the 21 car. Kevin Wedge 12th, Pascal Daly 13th. He had a pretty good day, ran in the top 5 earlier today, but just fell back to 13th. Alex McCumber, the 2-time winner of this season, finishes 14th. Sheldon Gatineau was looking for his 2nd career win this season. He only gets a 15th place finish out of it. Josiah Smith Ryan Hill just had a pretty crappy day, but he still finishes in the top 20. Jesus Gonzalez 18th, Chase Sawyer 19th, and Pasong Chetri with not a very good day as he finishes 20th. Jordan McClure, the last one to finish on the lead lap, was not a good day for him. He got taken out by his own teammate earlier in the race. Speaking of which, Julian Boone, Morgan Starr, Matt Holland, and Tyler Bates finished 2 laps down. And unfortunately, Kyle Diaz, Daniel Van Heuly, Jake Wild, and Paul Rivera did not finish this race. Kyle Diaz and Daniel Van Heuly getting involved on that last caution. Jake Wild get taken out, I believe it was in the 4th caution, and so was Paul Rivera. Actually, no, Paul Rivera was taken out before then. He was actually the first one to retire. So just not an overall good day for him. Joe Gibbs Racing as a whole kind of struggled today, except if your name is Tavon Taylor. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's race. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing it to you. We'll be back tomorrow for the race at Kentucky Speedway, followed by Monday's regularly scheduled programming as the Budweiser All-Star Series goes to the Nashville Fairgrounds for the Bud Light 200. Darren Claw is undefeated at Nashville Fairgrounds. Can he get 3 in a row at the historic racetrack? We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Kentucky Speedway for the Bluegrass 200. 67 laps of pure madness when, once again, Monday night, the Bud Light 200. And then on Friday, you got the Wheeling 250 at White Mountain Motorsports Park, back again in New Hampshire for that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night. This is your head commentator, Nicholas Koskinen with Prodigy Racing Network, and we will see you tomorrow night. Once again, Nicholas Effelman grabs his 2nd win of the season here in New Hampshire.